ego is going to monolaya after a tiring day, as Michael explained in past talks? If so, why is the ego rising up in dream and disturbing dreamless sleep? I mean, if it's tired, it should just stay. So it's a pretty good question. So ego is going to monolaya not because of, so he's also making an assumption here. So ego is going to monolaya not because of tiredness, maybe due to part of the need for sleep in the form of sleep with or without dreams. So
it seems to be the nature of ego to wander between these three states. But actually, it's only two states, because what we call waking is just another type of dream. That is, the whole of our present life is one long dream. Within this dream, we have other dreams. So, but it's all dreams. The only respite we get from this is deep dreamless sleep. This is just the nature of ego. Why do we have three states, or what seem to be three states rather than two states? It's just the nature of things. Why should we're actually very fortunate, but we dream, because if we reflect upon dream, in dream our experience in dream is essentially the same as our experience in this waking state. As in this waking state, in dream, we project and I experience a body as I. And so long as we experience that body as I, the world in which that body seems to be real. Because the dream body is a part of the dream world. When we take the dream body to be I, the dream body seems to be real, because what is actually real is only I. So by identifying a dream body as I, we make the dream body seem to be real. And because the dream body seems to be real, since it's a small part of the dream world, the whole dream world seems to be real. That's why so long as we're dreaming, it all seems to be real. If we're being chased by a monster or something, we feel real fear. If we're standing on the edge of a precipice, we're trying to climb up, and we feel actual fear in sleep. We also feel everything else. We feel hunger, we feel thirst, all these things. Everything that we experience, there's nothing that we experience in waking state, but we could not, and often that we could not experience in dream. And often we do experience all these things. So dream is a very, very helpful in helping us to understand the unreality of our present state. So we can say possibly we are given the state of dream by grace, but whatever it is, we don't have to analyze these things. Our interest should be trying to know, who am I? So we need to have we need to analyze these things to the extent to which we understand clearly what Bhagavan is talking about. Once we've understood what he's talking about, then we need to put it into practice. Otherwise, we can go on asking endless questions. Why is there dream? Why does ego rise from sleep if it didn't exist in sleep? Why does it rise again in waking? We can go on asking. There's no end to questions. That's why there's in this world, there are libraries full of philosophy books and books on religion, books trying to explain these things. But all these, so many explanations are just taking our mind outwards. We need to have, Bhagavan's teachings are very simple. To understand them clearly, we need to have a very simple understanding. We need to have a clear understanding, but it needs to be simple. We shouldn't complicate things. Like Bhagavan has talked about karma. People go on and on asking endless questions about karma. But if we understand what Bhagavan has taught us about karma, the very aim of what he taught us about karma is to make us understand that we need not bother about these things. The whole of our external life, it's already determined by prarabdha. It's going to happen as it's going to happen. Why should we bother about these things? We need not bother about these things because it's going to happen. it's going to happen as it's going to happen. All we need to do is attend to ourselves. But instead of grasping the significance of that, people go and ask endless questions about karma. And so, likewise, so true manana isn't trying to find more and more things to question. True manana is trying to simplify and clarify our understanding. So true manana, it's a great skill because the aim of manana is not to multiply thinking, but to reduce thinking. We think about these things in order to understand clearly and thereby reduce what we have to think about. Truly speaking, there's nothing to think about except I.